Good evening. I'm Mr. Chaos, and tonight I'm going to be reacting to the 14th episode of My Little Pony Season 6, and it is The Cart Before Ponies. I'm guessing this is going to be the go-kart episode or the racing car episode. I don't know. It's the clip of that episode from that promo I reacted to a couple of weeks ago where, you know, it made me say during the video, well, wait, there's cars in Equestria? And I'm like, wait, there's like racing automobiles in Equestria, they're like go-karts, or there's like... What I'm saying is, that kind of transportation and mobility exists in Equestria for races? I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing this is gonna give me some kind of Mario Kart feel, or, you know, more like Pony Kart. Yeah, but, I downloaded this capturing of the full episode from Brony DE, and next to it was a song. I didn't read the title of the song, but there's going to be a song in this episode, so I'm guessing it's going to be a racing song, but let's just see what this episode brings. I'm just curious to what kind of story is going to come of this. Oh, and I also sort of found out that this is kind of a Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, so yeah, this ought to be fun. So, without further ado, let's just get started already. Alright, 3, 2, 1, play. Well, glad to see the classes being respectful.
Because today we're going to learn about physics.
Imagine if they don't. They didn't bring their thinking caps and like their heads were missing. That would be a good YCP joke.
Energy conversions. In this case, using mechanical work to convert potential energy into kinetic energy.
The what now? Miss Cheerily? That sounds a bit over our heads. Yeah, why would we even need to know that stuff?
Oh, it's very important.
Yeah, a lot of people in school say that about like history and science and stuff. Like, why did we need that? That's not part of our future jobs.
Why? For participating in the Applewood Derby.
Alright. So this is a class assignment then.
I thought we were gonna have to, you know, learn stuff.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Theme song time. Seriously, I wonder if the layout of the theme song is ever going to change in the future. Always by Lauren Faust. Let's see what this episode will bring.
Get to race in the Applewood Derby tomorrow? That's so cool! My family's talked about it for years, and now I'm finally old enough to race.
Oh, really?
Hold on.
Okay, so fillies can race then.
You've got a lot of work to do before you're ready to race.
Yeah, you gotta build the carts.
There'll be a block of apples
Yeah,
this one
I bet every teacher would be like that, or they'll take it in good
and
humor.
You've got one day to turn it into a race-ready cart.
Oh, yeah.
Did she just say one day?
Mm-hmm. Luckily, you'll each get to pick an older pony to help you. But choose wisely, because they'll also have to ride in the cart.
The Cutie Mark Crusaders are gonna do it with their sisters. And yeah, Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash are probably gonna do theirs together, even though they're not really sisters. I really wish this whole homeless Scootaloo thing would be solved soon.
Finish the race if you want to win one of the awards. Fastest for winning the race, naturally. Most traditional for the best working replica of an original Applewood cart. And most creative for the cart with the best overall design.
Oh, wait. Those ribbons are the bee's knees.
All right then, class. You've got a lot to learn if you want to build a race cart.
Oh, I knew there was gonna be a catch.
Let's not talk about school.
Have you seen what the carts used to look like in the olden days? Yeah, I know all about them.
Hope this episode turns out to be awesome, because I gotta admit the beginning is... it's kind of fun, but it's a bit dull.
Ever since. I just think these old old carts look so cool. But I guess you and Applejack will
What
probably...
about make some like new carts, like futuristic carts, like in Mario Kart 8?
Usually do, but honestly,
That'd be cool.
I'd rather build the fastest cart there is and win the race.
Okay, so Apple Bloom will get the fastest medal.
I'm pretty sure Scoot and Rainbow Dash will take that award.
You know, I race around so much on my scooter, being the fastest isn't such a big deal. Maybe I'll try to make the wildest looking cart I can think of. Really? Sure. If I win most creative, you can totally win the award for fastest. And I can win the award for most traditional.
Sounds like we're all gonna try something different. I can't wait to
I thought Sweetie Belle was gonna go for the creative, you know, since she's like Rarity's sister, so she'd be creative with things.
Are you kidding? Of course I'll help with the Applewood Derby.
I want you to have as much fun as I did when I was a filly.
Wait, Cloudsdale has a derby too?
Sure, practically every town in Equestria.
Just every time I see Scootle and Rainbow Dash together, I always wish we'll get some kind of answer to whether they're actually sisters or if they're related or not.
So awesome!
Oh, that looks like fun.
And let me guess. You won fastest cart.
Obviously.
So what do you say? Will you help me make my race cart?
Help you? I'm all over it. I've got tons of ideas.
Don't worry, I've got a lot of ideas of my own. What are you looking for?
The blueprint for my derby cart, of course. I'll have to change it a little because this race is on roads, not on clouds. But trust me, your cart is gonna be amazing.
Okay, so the only difference you need is like terrain wheels and not cloud wheels.
Awesome is this? With Dash on my team, how could anything go wrong?
Don't get your hopes up too fast.
I want to work with your big sis on your cart. I mean, the Applewood Derby did start on our farm.
I know.
Well, I couldn't be more proud to help my little sister take the prize for most traditional.
Actually, I was kind of thinking of something else. Like fastest?
Fastest? Apple Bloom, things aren't like they were in the old days. The fastest cart now has got to be slick and modern.
Exactly.
Not Apple at all. The Apples win most traditional. We have since the Derby started.
Yeah, so
Why would
maybe...
we want to win anything else?
Wait, I think I see what's wrong here. Wait, this is kind of similar.
And I'll show you
This
how
is similar to
everything
Spice Up Your Life. All three members of the Cutie Mark Crusaders picked the wrong roles. Sweetie Belle should be the most creative. And yeah, Apple Bloom should be traditional, and Scootaloo should be fast.
You this excited?
Me? Oh, but I'm just itching to right an old wrong from
Oh wow, I never seen Rainbow. What? I never seen Rarity's shop filled with this much customers.
I'm going to win the prize for most creative hooves down.
Oh, I like that cart.
But I came in second. Second!
Oh god.
Second for most creative? To whom?
Derpy! Oh.
Valuable lesson. I learned to know my audience, and the race cart audience wants big. They want bold. Chop chop, every pony out. We've got work to do.
Yeah, I've never seen Rarity's shop filled with that many customers before.
Fashion the biggest and boldest derby cart to ever win the prize for most creative.
So they should have been
Thinking of something more
I get
traditional?
this already. This is like Spice Up Your Life.
Darling, leave tradition to the apples. We're doing big, we're doing bold. Soon the prize for most creative will finally be in my hooves.
You mean my hooves?
Yes, that's what I said. My hooves. Darling, I hope you're ready to get an early start tomorrow.
How early?
5 in the morning or like 3 in the morning? Yeah, that looks like about 6 in the morning. Because 6 in the morning is usually when you see a beautiful sunrise.
Rarity, the sun's not even up yet.
Yes, it is.
Apples, quit complaining. In my day, we were up
Yeah, that should be like a sin counter. Like, Sweetie Belle's like, oh, the sun isn't even up yet. And he's like, yeah, it is. I see yellow in the sky.
Most creative.
and my cart wins most traditional. Hoo-wee! It's gonna be a good day.
You mean our carts, right?
Yes, that's what we said, darling.
Yup.
Our carts.
Their carts? It almost
using them without us. I'm sure they meant our carts, like the team cart, right?
Well, wait, them just caring about themselves is out of their character, though.
Practically. Plus, they've all done this before. I'm sure they know best. Let's just buckle down and get to work. Scootaloo, where have you been? I've only got till noon to make the fastest cart ever.
You mean we only have till noon to build it?
Going for the most creative prize. I mean, I know all about speed already, so...
Exactly. It's all about speed.
Yeah, speed. They should go for speed.
Might as well get there first, right?
Hey, I left a bunch of paint cans by the road. Bring them up here, would you?
Nothing as fun as painting racing stripes on the winning cart.
Right. Fun.
Yeah, don't cut yourself. You look like you're making a crazy face while using that saw.
Terrific. How can I help?
You can feast your eyes on this. I mean, it ain't quite finished yet,
Oh, good.
but don't it have the makings of the best cart you ever did see? Is something wrong, Apple Bloom?
Actually, I was kind of thinking of something a little more modern and less rickety. With maybe a chance of winning.
Bless my hooves, I thought we covered this. Tradition is all that counts, and who knows tradition better than Apple?
Yeah, their tradition.
That's who? So, are you an apple, or are you an apple?
I'm an apple, but what if I just take off this fringe?
No, not the fringe! Why, shoot! Now I've got to start all over from scratch, and it's almost race time.
Oh, so maybe we can redesign it then. Just a little.
No time! And who'd want to redesign something that's already perfect?
Right. Perfect. Okay, so I sketched out some of my ideas. How about a nice yellow fringe on top?
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the creative and modern.
And that yellow...
Again, this is like Spice Up Your Life. They picked the wrong roles.
Well, it doesn't have to be yellow, but I really do love the old-timey style. Like this.
Sweetie Belle, precious face. Old-timey is just another word for passé. Remember, big and bold. I do have a reputation to uphold. It was one thing to
You mean
criticize
we
me.
have a reputation to...
I didn't win the most
What's with the
famous award.
selfishness in this episode?
Stop buying my couture.
But we're supposed to be doing this together.
Yes, of course we are, darling. In fact, we just finished. I know, you're speechless. But if that isn't big and bold,
Oh!
isn't it wonderful?
Well, that also kind of looks bulky, but it looks nice. It looks beautiful. Is this a song? Well, hopefully it'll be good. Or is this just music? It's like Scootaloo's accepting the fact that people call her a chicken. Oh, nice. Yeah, I already see what's happening here.
Hey, Crusader. How's it going? Rarity's definitely made the biggest, boldest cart any pony's ever seen. Wow. Well, Applejack's built something so traditional, it's practically an antique. No matter what I say, there's no talking Rainbow Dash out of making the fastest cart in Equestria. Doesn't look like any of us ended up with what we wanted.
No, it's because you chose the wrong
The
roles.
sisters know what they're doing.
Right? Right. And even if our carts aren't exactly what we had in mind, it'll still be fun to drive them to the finish line. Sure, the race is the best part. Yeah, CMC's behind the wheels.
Yeah, and it's just like a line in the movie Cars. Like there's a lot more to racing than just winning.
Better shake a leg if you want to ride in the winning cart. You too, Sweetie Belle. There's only one seat left aboard this creative masterpiece, and it's just for you.
Is this where the song actually happens? Because there's no way the instrumental could have been a song.
Cart handles at the exact perfect pace. Slow. And I got the passenger seat all warmed up for you, Apple Bloom.
Passenger seat. They're the only older ponies driving. First they built the carts, now they're gonna drive them? I know they were all excited to help, but I don't think they're really helping anymore. We better hurry if we want to be a part of this race at all.
Aren't you all missing some pony?
Yeah.
I'll be along.
And, usually the younger ponies drive the carts.
Darling, do these look like usual carts to you?
Yeah, I can pretty much see this. Oh, there's a clip from the trailer. You know, Shirley blowing the horn. Come on, when's the actual song coming on?
Can't we go any faster?
She's screaming because we're not going fast enough. Here's the song. This is fun. Okay, this is fun. It looks like the select cart menu in Mario Kart. Hey, don't crash, people. It's cheating. Wait, did Applejack's voice sound a bit like Apple Bloom for a second? Why is this a derby? It should be considered a race. Derby is like crashing into each other. Even the audience is walking faster than them. Okay, that's cheating. You can't block other people with extended accessories. Uh-oh. Okay, they caught up a bit. Or were they lapped? Oh, okay, that's cool. It looks like a clover. Wait, how did that even happen? They're just going... Wait, were Applejack's car like going the wrong way or something?
Oh, my beautiful swan cart is an ugly duckling.
You mean our cart?
Cart is a rootin' tootin' wreck.
It still counts as a win if I push my cart across, right?
Really? Rainbow Dash, come on!
They're not your carts! Huh? We were supposed to design them, and we were supposed to drive them!
And the episode is almost over, so... Is this like a lost cause or something?
Now you've ruined it for every pony! teensy bit carried away.
You got entirely carried away.
Wanted our help.
We did. We wanted your help to build our cart, but we all ended up with carts that are what each of you wanted. Mm-hmm. Well, why didn't you say anything? You've all done the race before. I just figured you knew best. Plus, it's hard to speak up to older ponies.
That's what I was about to say. Sometimes it's hard for a child to speak up.
I mustn't think older ponies automatically know best. And we probably could have done a better job of listening to you.
I guess we owe all three of you an apology.
Maybe not just us.
To everybody.
How do you feel about a do-over?
I think that's a wonderful idea. But maybe the older pony should sit this one out.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping us fix up our carts. Pretty creative.
Okay, that looks cool. I mean, it
I know it's
looks
not
less like a chicken.
professional, But it sure looks fast, don't it?
Yeah,
You know, Don.
yeah, it looks very slick. It looks like a plane.
Saying this, but that yellow fringe is rather bold after all. Thanks, every pony. We couldn't have done it without you.
The other carts, I will admit, kind of look better, but hey, at least they actually helped them properly this time.
Agreed to run the race over again.
And they look more like a pit stop crew.
Every year I get to say this twice, but Derby racers to the starting line. Derby racers to the starting line.
Are they gonna do a rephrase?
Racers, on your marks, get set.
About a minute or 2 minutes left.
And it's probably best keeping all the grown-ups on the sidelines. But what are we supposed to do now? I think I have an idea. Much better. Honestly, I'm not sure why we wanted to race those cars in the first place.
Ah, here's where they're lounging in the sun.
This is the most relaxed I've been all day.
And now they're gonna, I'm guessing they're gonna get the ribbons that they were supposed to get, the roles that they were supposed to play. That's not.
I mean, this is the life.
There's the line. Oh, would have been better if it ended with them like going over the starting line and ending with just Rainbow Dash's face. Okay, yeah, this wasn't bad. Hello, Hasbro. Shut up. And I just realized how long it's been since I've said that funny little line. And that was MLP Season 6, Episode 14, The Cart Before Ponies. And, I can't really... I really can't really find the proper words to really describe what this episode really was. Well, yeah, I don't get that I don't know what actually happened and that I was just looking forward to it being over. It was what the promo said. It's pretty much an episode about go-kart racing. And, yeah, when I saw the Cutie Mark Crusaders, I didn't really fully know that this whole thing was actually a school project. I mean... just because I saw, Shirley blowing the horn at, the starting line, didn't really fully tell me it was a school project, but the beginning said it was a school project, so... And yeah, of course, there was a catch, there was some schoolwork to it, like Snips or Snail said. Yeah, we all feel that way about school sometimes, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, so, yeah... Like I said, I find that the story in this episode was a lot like Spice Up Your Life, or that what I didn't say during the reaction, it's also sort of like Magical Mystery Cure a bit. Like, you know what I'm saying. Because what happens in Magical Mystery Cure is that the well, the 5 of the main 6, except for Twilight, because she still has her cutie mark, but all the others aren't playing the roles that they're meant to play. You know, Rarity is controlling the weather, and, you know, Fluttershy is, you know, trying to do what Pinkie Pie does, and Pinkie Pie is trying to be Applejack, and yeah, it's just like being somebody you're not meant to be. And the reason why I said this was also like spice up your life is because at first Pinkie Pie and Rarity kind of picked the wrong jobs. Like, really, Rarity should have been like the attraction to come to the restaurant because, you know, she's beautiful and everything. And Pinkie should have been the one, you know, fixing up the restaurant because she knows that the food was good, but Rarity just thought the only way for the restaurant to be popular is to be just the same as every other restaurant, which had not that good tasting food. Like, you all know what I'm saying, like when I say it's like spice up your life, because in this episode, clearly the Cutie Mark Crusaders at first kind of pick the roles that they're really not meant to play in the school project. Like, Sweetie Belle should have been, well, wait, did I get something wrong? Right, now my mind is lost. I think, yeah, Sweetie Belle wanted the most traditional, and I believe Apple Bloom wanted to, or wait, what I'm saying is, at first Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo sort of picked the wrong roles, and, well, I mean, you know, this episode just makes me feel lost in my mind. Like I feel that Scootaloo like should have like picked like fastest and you know, and okay, let's move on. So I clearly saw that Rarity and Applejack and Rainbow Dash were, you know, kind of forgetting to say, you know, this is our cart, or, you know, this is their cart, and they kept saying, oh, this is my cart, or check out my cart, and, yeah, about the song was fun to listen to, you know, like the Go Derby Racers line. It was actually kind of more fun hearing the audience sing and not really Rarity or Applejack or Rainbow Dash, because it's just mostly just them saying, check out my ride, or check out my cool ride. They're just rubbing it in that it should really be their school projects, and they're making it like it's like it's like what they made. And yeah, it explained why they did learn their lesson, and they apologized to everybody in the race, and they kind of, you know, let Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo actually think of what they wanted to design their carts as. Okay, sorry, I was just so lost. So I rewatched the scene where they talk about what roles they want to play in the race, and, you know, I don't know why I'm missaying it, but Apple Bloom wanted the fastest award, Scootaloo wanted the most creative award, and Sweetie Belle wanted most traditional. Okay, now I'm on track, I hope. But, I don't know, just something about this episode kind of, it's kind of a real mind buck to me, because I don't know, just the way the story is set up, like, if you just watch it the first time, it leaves you kind of confused, and you kind of gotta watch it twice. Like me, just now, I had to rewatch the scene where they say what awards they want, just so I can just refresh my memory. So, and, okay, so I think okay, yeah, still rewatching that, I still say this episode is a bit like Spice Up Your Life, and also a bit like Magical Mystery Cure, only set up in a different way. So I was about to say this episode is kind of the same, and they're like reusing the same idea, but no, they actually put a little bit of uniqueness and creativity in the story. So what I can repiece is okay, so Apple Bloom wants to be fastest, Scootaloo wants to be the most creative, and Sweetie Belle wants traditional, and then Rarity wanted creative, Applejack wanted traditional, and Rainbow Dash obviously wanted speed. So, yeah, it was more like, so this episode kind of shows that Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo wanted specific awards, but because their personalities didn't really fully match their like sisters and friends, I just consider like Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash friends because we have no clues if they're sisters or not. But yeah, well, back on track here. So yeah, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo want something, and because their personalities don't really fully match their sisters' personalities and friends' personalities, they, yeah, like they said, sometimes it can be hard for, fillies or just kids to, speak up sometimes. When something isn't really going right or they see that something is wrong. Sometimes it can be hard for them to speak up. And yeah, I kind of understand how that feels. And just, yeah, I think I kind of understand how this story is kind of meant to be portrayed. And then, yes, of course, as Rarity and Rainbow Dash and Applejack are kind of getting carried away of what they want for the carts, they can't, the Cutie Mark Crusaders in their younger age kind of fail to speak up at first, and, yeah. It still feels like a bit of a shallow lesson, but it does show some pretty nice character development for between each sisters and friends. It shows very good character development for Apple Bloom and Applejack, and for Rarity and Sweetie Belle and Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo. So yeah, it's just judging by the graphics and like how this episode is set up and the whole cart feel, it was pretty entertaining to see, and the song made it a bit better to watch. If it had no song and if it just stuck with instrumental, kind of like I was talking with the episode, excuse me, Applejack's Day Off, they wasted very good, what I felt was very good instrumental that could have been used in the song. We know there was no songs in that episode, but there was some great instrumental when we see them kind of working things out. And that could have gone toward a song if they just added vocals, but no, they just wasted good instrumental. And here it almost felt like they were also wasting some pretty good instrumental when they were building the carts, but hey, at least the song actually came up during the race, and yeah, like I said, the beginning of the song kind of felt a bit in your face a bit, check out my ride, or check out how cool my cart is, and yeah, again, them not thinking about how really it should be the Cutie Mark Crusaders carts because it's their assignment, and, they should have been the ones who were thinking of how they want it designed. And they were just supposed to be there to help, because Cheerily said one of the rules in this assignment is you have to have a bit of an older pony to help you with it. Like, you can design it, but you need an older pony helping you with it. So that was really how it was supposed to be, but, Rarity and Applejack and Rainbow Dash kind of got carried away, so yeah, I actually had that experience with like getting carried away when I was younger. Yeah, I do. I have experienced something like that before, and this episode kind of gave me some memory of that experience, and I gotta say it does match pretty good. And the lesson in this episode is it's okay. I personally felt that it was a bit shallow, but it's understandable if you watch it kind of twice like I did, or if you're kind of better like Dr. Wolf or other reviewers who can make a pretty good idea of it just by watching it like for one time. Then good for you. But for me to at least try to properly review this episode, I had to take a second look at that scene of what roles Apple Bloom and Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle kind of wanted to play in their projects, and how it kind of all derailed when their sisters and kind of friends got carried away and they couldn't speak up. So what I can take here is there's kind of two lessons here. When others have kind of different personalities than you, their ideas can differ. Like you know what I mean. The Cutie Mark Crusaders had ideas for their carts, but because Rainbow Dash and Rarity and Applejack had different personalities, then their ideas were different, and they kind of wanted to go with it. But because the Cutie Mark Crusaders couldn't speak up. They kind of let it happen, and there had to be an apology near the end. So the lesson here is, you know, not really trying to catch yourself and kind of getting carried away with things that you know aren't really yours, and kind of go with, you know, the leader's idea, and, you know, not like claiming it as yours. And yes, the second lesson in this is, yes, it can be hard to speak up sometimes when something is going wrong. But, you know, speaking up is very important because it makes a very, very big difference in the end. I'm pretty sure a lot of us can relate to that. So yeah, just... I'm not sure if there's really anything else to address. Yeah, it was a bit funny seeing Rarity's memory of, you know, how she lost in, like, being the most creative at a card and kind of derpy one. I think it was kind of like that, you know, like the people who try the hardest win. Like, not always the people who do the best, but, you know, kind of the more mentally disabled people who at least try, like, get given the winning spot because, you know, just so the judges can be nice to them and just make them happy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are other situations where that can happen sometimes. And I'm not making fun of anybody who may be, you know, mentally disabled or something. I'm just saying, in real life, that can be a pretty realistic situation sometimes. So, yeah, that that flashback of Rarity is pretty relatable, but also at the same time pretty funny because, you know, we all love Derpy, and seeing Rarity's, like, angry and, like, broken-hearted face, I don't know, it just makes me smile and, you know, just laugh inside a little bit. I guess we just all love seeing Rarity, like, freaking out and, like, having a mental breakdown, or like freaking out when things aren't really going that right. Or when she loses, but, you know, people can be a sore loser sometimes. So yeah, just the kart racing scene, it was pretty nice to see, and the song, like I said, the beginning wasn't that great because it felt kind of in your face, but I kind of get the lesson that they were trying to teach, but they could have made the song with, you know, kind of the less of in-your-face kind of feel. Like, look at my card or check out my card before the Cutie Mark Crusaders actually start singing, oh, you know, like, why didn't we speak up? Or, you know, like, oh, is this race ever gonna end? I want this to end. So, yeah, I understand what they were trying to show in the song, but they could have made it a bit better. But, you know, the part where the audience is, like, singing, like, go Derby Racers, go. Yeah, they were just singing some kind of chants, and yeah, like I said, to be honest, it felt a bit more entertaining than the actual lines from the actual characters. But the song was fun. It wasn't the best, and it definitely falls under the category of being at least good, but it was a fun song to listen to. Like, it's one of those songs that at least makes a scene that would have been repetitive without it otherwise, then, you know, at least a song like this makes a scene that would have been repetitive a bit better and a little more entertaining to watch. So yeah, just to wrap things up and cap, I mean, like, you know, recap, or I really can't get myself straight today, but anyway, so yes, that was so yeah, this was episode 14, season 6, The Cart Before Ponies, and yeah, what I can take from it is, the lesson is, you know, don't let yourself get carried away, and, you know, be sure to hear, you know, the leader, or, you know, the person who started the project's ideas first before you come up with any ideas of your own. And, you know, don't be afraid to speak up when things are kind of derailing and not going right. That's what I kind of took from this episode. And in terms of me rating this episode finally, it's not the best, but it's understandable, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and like me, if you watch it about 2 times, you'll kind of get a pretty good idea of what it's really supposed to be. But yeah, this was a pretty good episode, and yeah, I kind of enjoyed the kart racing scene. Kind of gave me some memories of Mario Kart, so yeah, and the song was, like I said, it was okay. So anyway, that was my reaction to episode 14 of season 6, The Cart Before Ponies. Hope you guys found some enjoyment in this reaction video or this review. If you have any thoughts about this episode, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. So yes, don't forget to subscribe only if you actually enjoy the content on my channel, not just because I asked you to. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Have a good evening, everybody, and I will see you next time.